Hello guys, I'm Ashish Verma. Today I'll be talking about accent. So it's an interesting topic for many learners, new learners. So just remember, do not skip this video in between, otherwise there won't be any benefit to you that I don't want, because I have given efforts to provide you the good video so you can grasp the concept. I'm going to tell you in this video tips about the accent. So share this video, like this video, follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel on YouTube and like my page on Facebook. So let's start. Here we start our video. People come and ask me different questions like whether they should follow American accent or the UK accent. They are so confused. There are two more accents like the Australian one and the New Zealand's one, but most of the people don't want to follow those two accents. People prefer mainly USA, alright, the American accent. So just remember, because it's got the style, the rhythm, they like the intonation pattern and the speed of that language. So remember my words here. Do not focus on the accent in the starting. As a beginner, don't focus on the accent because you're creating an obstacle in front of you. Because when it comes to speaking, if you get the chance to speak, you will always be having a thought, am I speaking with the accent? No, you will stuck. I'm telling you, you will stuck because you are creating a problem for yourself. Instead, what I suggest you focus on the correct pronunciation difference in the UK and the USA. Alright, the pronunciation is different, like we call it in India or UK we call it organization. Alright, they call it organization. So there's a difference, little difference, like we call it water and they call it war. So that's the difference. Like if I say, as I'm an Indian, so we call it please give me a glass of water. So but American would say give me a glass of water. Alright, so glass becomes glass and water becomes water. Alright, so T becomes a soft D sound there. So just remember, so knowing the difference is a good idea when it comes to listening to their radio. It's a good idea when it comes to talking with a native person from there. It's a good idea. You will have the benefit knowing the accent because you would understand what she is trying to say. If you watch their movies, it will help you. If you go and live outside there, if you work there, if you study there, it's a good idea. Otherwise, if you're going to just live in your country forever, there's no benefit. If you speak with the accent in your local area, people will always be having problem to understand, or always tell you that it's a faking. You're just faking the accent. Just remember this. So don't focus on the accent thing. Instead, work on the pronunciation. Correct pronunciation is a major thing. I'm telling you one example, like a foreigner comes to India. Just remember, in English we say hello. So when a foreigner comes here and say namaste, in India, instead saying hello, we say namaste. We love and like the accent, with their tone, with their mother tongue influence on that word, Hindi word. We like it. So likewise, they also like our accent. I'm not talking just about India. Even you're from Nigeria or whatever country, they will like your accent because you have attained the fluency level of proficient, and you go and speak their language with great fluency and with your essence of your mother tongue on the their language. They will like it. It happens. So do not lose your own accent. Yeah, work on the accent little bit, because if you get the chance to work in the call center, they have got the different pattern. They don't want to let the native speaker know that you are from the other country, because normally native speakers don't like if you're not a good speaker. You don't speak the way they speak. Alright, so there majorly it comes that you need to learn the accent. Otherwise, do not focus on the accent. It will come automatically when you get the chance to live abroad, in a year or 2 years, when you are surrounded around by them. You will learn it automatically. Your brain will learn automatically. You don't need to focus on this. So just remember, instead focus on the correct pronunciation I'm repeating. Now come to phrasal verbs. You need to learn phrasal verbs. Just remember, I tell you one instance happened with me. I was talking with an American one day, several years ago, and we were talking about the cats, and she told me that she had to put her cat down. As an Indian, I thought that putting a thing, like always I got the sense put down means putting down a thing on something. So I get the same sense like putting the cat down, maybe she's referring to that. Then after 3 days, I again talked with her and asked, how is your cat? And she got a shock, and she was really angry and said to me, I told you that vet told me there's no curing thing right now, so we must put down the cat, so I had to put down the cat. I still don't get the sense, I still didn't understand, so I had to ask her that what's the meaning of put down. Then she said she died. I got a shock that I never understood the meaning of that phrasal verb. Put down can have a different meaning. That day, then I said sorry to her. Then I went on Google and searched the different meaning of put down. Then I got the proper sense that they use lots of phrasal verbs. So you need to focus on the phrasal verbs, proverbs. Just remember, if you're going to learn English like them, they speak like that, you will have the better clarity to learn that language. Always focus on the listening rather speaking the accent. Listening is the major key, because the more you listen, the more you will understand, and that's the major thing. Language has a purpose to serve the communication thing. If you can't communicate, if you don't understand, if you speak an advanced word with your local area people, with your own people who don't even have the good idea about the word, and if you use an advanced word, it's a good thing that they will know that you are intelligent, you are knowledgeable. But what's the benefit? It doesn't serve the purpose. He won't understand, she won't understand, so what's the benefit speaking that kind of advanced word? Don't speak those kind of words. Speak easy, use it when it comes you are in a situation where you're meeting the very official people, or say professor. Then there you can speak, they would understand, native speaker will also understand. But using advanced word with your local area, it won't work. So focus on the phrasal verb. Just remember, focus on the phrasal verbs. It's a very major thing in learning this English language. Just remember my words. I have been through this multiple times. I've learned many phrasal verbs. Now I have I can almost understand 95%. I don't have any problem. If a native speaker introduces a new word, there may be a trouble, otherwise I don't have any trouble. So likewise, you need to practice and focus on the speed. If you speak very slowly, they won't like it. Just remember, they don't want to waste the time to understand if you're not going to speak properly. They will ask you, get someone who can speak properly, because you are unable to speak, so they don't want to waste time. They like work on the speed, like 80 to 100 words per minute. That should be the speed you should be having. Just remember, to attain the fluency level, 80 to 120 words per minute your speaking should be. So you can stay in between anywhere like 100, 105. That will work. So I hope you've got the good advice here and you will work upon it. So thank you.